Hi everybody. Going through your homework assignments, I was checking out your questions from your ticket out the door, and I thought they were so good that I had to respond to them. So let me go through some of your questions that you had and see if I can help you answer them about citizenship. So question 1, why can't we vote under 18? Are we not citizens? Question 1, I love this question. The big deal is technically you are wards of your parents. Until you are 18 years old, they are responsible for you. So once you become of legal age, you get all the rights and benefits of being a U.S. citizen. Can you change where you are a citizen? Yes, you can change where you are a citizen. It is called becoming a naturalized citizen somewhere else. That would mean that you would have to move to another country and apply through that country to become a citizen. How do Mexicans get into our country? Well, like any other border crossing, people come into our country on a regular basis. It doesn't matter if it's Mexico, Canada, Egypt, okay? You cross into, normally you have documentation to prove that you're a Mexican citizen or an Egyptian citizen. It's called a passport. You have to cross borders with a passport to get into the country, and you have a right to visit our nation. Why do people not just come to the U.S. legally? Well, many people do come to the United States legally. The problem is oftentimes that they stay longer than they are allowed to stay. Good question here. What if you're rebelling against your government? If you're rebelling against your government, it would be seen as, at the extreme level, it would be seen as treason, and that is punishable by death. If you are talking about your government and trying to change your government, that is part of free speech. And protest is allowed under your constitutional rights listed under the Bill of Rights. So if you're doing something criminal in regards to sabotaging our nation, then you are tried under federal or national courts. How long do you have to live somewhere to be a citizen? Well, in the United States, you must live in the U.S. for 5 years. In order to start work through the process of becoming a naturalized citizen. You also have to take courses or do coursework and study and pass tests to become a citizen. If you're born here, are you a citizen? Yes, when you are technically a citizen when you turn 18. I think I said this before, but you are under the protection and the guidance of your parents up until you are 18, and they are responsible for you if you do anything criminal. Other questions that came about, let's see what I can find here. If you don't have a green card, can you get deported? Well, a green card is part of the immigration process. And you must obtain green cards for spending any long amounts of time in the United States. Miss Meja in Spanish classes is going to be talking a little bit more about visas and green cards and deportation. Let's see, if you're a teen parent, when would you and your kid become citizens if you're both children? Great question. If you are a teen parent, you would, or any person that lives in the United States, you get all the rights and privileges of being a full-blown citizen when you are 18. You are a child or a minor under the age of 18. And the best way I can describe it is you do not obtain full citizenship rights until you are age 18. So you are under the protection, the guidance, and the rules of your parents up until you are 18. So if you are a teenage parent, that baby and you, the teenager, are under the protection and guardianship of your parents, who I would presume would be U.S. citizens. Okay. Let's see. What are all your rights? Well, your rights are spelled out in that fabulous document called the Bill of Rights, which is part of the U.S. Constitution. Let's see if there's any other questions floating around here. I think I got them all. Again, they were fabulous to the point that I had to talk about them. Oh, I have a couple more. Found a couple more. What happens when you don't pay your taxes? Well, there's an organization called the Internal Revenue Service, and their job is to collect taxes. When you don't pay your taxes, you are audited by the Internal Revenue Service, and they check up on your bills, and they can garnish your wages. They can take you to court so you pay your taxes, or eventually they could potentially throw you in jail if you don't pay your taxes. Are school taxes included in normal taxes? Well, the tax system is a little different for everybody, just so you understand. There are a couple different types of taxes. You have property taxes, meaning that if you own your home, you would have to pay property tax on that. You have school taxes, which are paid separately if you are a homeowner. And then you have something called sales tax. So those are your three basic taxes. If you rent your home, you do not pay taxes. Your taxes would be paid by your landlord, who normally puts that and incorporates that into your rent payment. Okay? Property taxes and school taxes are paid by landlords or people that own land. Sales tax is paid by everybody purchasing particular items. Usually those are consumable items that are not necessities. So generally speaking, food is not taxed, but treats would be taxed. Things like candy or soft drinks, those are taxed. And it really depends on the state that you live in. Can citizens have an impact on local laws? You betcha. Okay, your local town board creates your laws, and they have board meetings regularly to discuss laws, and you have the right to propose laws to your local communities. And I hope, as citizens of the world, and citizens of the United States, and citizens of Allegheny County, and citizens of Cuba or Rushford, that you start participating in your government. Hence the reason I want to make you literate citizens. If you are always moving, like in a camper or mobile home, do you have to pay taxes? Josh, this is a great question. This is Josh River. Love the question. Normally speaking, if you are continually moving, like you do not have a permanent residency, you would not pay taxes. You would have to take care and maintain your camper or the place that you live, and your rent would be your landlord would take care of your taxes for you for property. So say you travel to motorhome places to park your vehicle, or you go to state parks, that cash that is collected there would be incorporated into taxes. So technically you would not be paying taxes if you owned a camper or motorhome. Let's see. What else do we have to ask here? I think that is it for now, and I liked all those questions. Thank you so much. I hope this goes okay and you got your answers. Talk to you later.